The only things that I find very notable is that the glare got damage increase from 5 to 25. 25. That's a lot. Oh, triple upgrade. Let's take it. Hey, you know what? But let's try. I know it's not very crossbow related. Does it do? Yeah, it does do. They're just dying. They just give up on life. Hey, HushVox here, and today we are going to get more 20 minutes till dawn gameplay, but it's actually a very special episode because it is patch day, my dudes, and we actually have some significant changes. Let me read you the patch notes that the developer put out. Currently, on hit elemental builds are the easiest to clear the game with, while pure gun builds aren't doing so well. This is something that I've said a lot, and honestly saying they aren't doing so well is putting it lightly. If you go back to my golden gun and Van Helsing runs, you will see a poor man trying very hard to make the crossbow work, and it just doesn't. You can clear the night. I was able to pass it in Darkness 15, but that's not the point. The point is, it's a shitty time, and there's no reason for you to do that unless you are a masochist and you're kind of forcing yourself to do it. Because under most scenarios, what you want is high rapid fire, elemental, and multi-shot builds, because that's what the game actually favors a lot. So continue with the patch notes. I have made some adjustment, some balance adjustments to hopefully make more builds viable at clearing the game. I've also reworked the crossbow and fire cannon to hopefully make them more unique, interesting. I didn't think the fire cannon needed any sort of adjustment, but I do understand that the developer wants it more unique, more different than the other weapons, because it just looked like a machine gun that shot fire. There will be more balance changes to come in the future, as well as new upgrade perks, characters, and weapons, so stay tuned for that. Very excited to hear that more content is coming up to the game soon. Currently, for me, the game is getting a bit stale, but let's be honest, it is a 2-euro game. I put 30 hours into it. It's not the fault of the game, it's just that I did everything that the game kind of has to offer, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. I want more of it. The only thing is there's not a lot of build diversity. As I said, it's very easy to get the builds that you want, and the game kind of favors a specific type of build, so usually, you know, you kind of tend to gravitate towards the same sort of builds. Now, let me just tell you the important changes. There have been actually a lot of changes, but for now, the weapons. Crossbow changed the passive. In case you don't know, the older passive was garbage, which was if you stand still, you get like 50% more damage. Let's be honest, this is not a game where you want to stand still. It does not work, especially with a weapon that just shoots one shot. And 50% more damage is not really at all worth it. But now you can actually hold the shoot button to charge, so you can charge the gun, and then it gives you more damage and piercing to the bullets. Now you might think that it's like, oh, it does double damage. No, it does like fucking 5 times the damage. I don't know what they did to the crossbow, but it actually does a lot of damage. And yet I still don't think that it's enough to actually make it amazing, but I think it is at least viable. Also, the fire cannon got reworked to behave like a continuously firing short-range flamethrower, and actually I think they killed the flame cannon, and that's something that we're going to leave for another day. For now, I do want another crossbow run because, you know, I want to test the new toy. There have been some more smaller changes. The grenade launcher actually got a big increase from 45 damage to 60, and time for grenades to explode was shortened, which is amazing, so we'll probably be doing the reckless achievement soon. Other than that, a lot of perks were actually upgraded. Changed around. The only things that I find very notable is that the glare got damage increase from 5 to 25. 25. That's a lot. Glare is the one where if you just see the enemies, they take damage every 2 seconds, and then can be increased to 1 second. 25 is significant each second. But we'll see. And then Frostbite and Shatter, these are two of the most important perks in the Frost tree, Frost Mage tree, got fucking gutted. So Frostbite went to 35 to 15, and Shatter went to 25 to 10. And honestly, they need to be gutted because it's still amazing, because just the fact that you put someone on ice is already incredible. But anyway, having that said, let's actually play the game. I want to go with Shanna. Why? No reason. She's just, you know, maybe we can triple a cool upgrade. And let's try the crossbow. In terms of meta progression, I don't have anything special. Just don't forget that I do have cadence, which means that every first shot actually goes First of all, with infinite piercing, which is not super special because the crossbow already has infinite piercing on charged shots, but it does double damage. So that's something that you're going to see. So if you see some shots doing more damage than others, that's why. Let's go with Darkness 15 and let's actually begin. And the way it works, so now it's no longer just a single shot. You can actually charge and then throw it out, and everything in its path fucking dies. This is incredible. Now, is it, you know, broken? No, not really. But it is a step in the right direction, and at least it is unique, and that's something that I think it's very important. Just having it being unique is already incredible. Now, what do I take from this? Honestly, a reroll. But let's take light weaponry. Neither of these is amazing, but light weaponry, we are going to build a lot of bullet damage, and the daggers actually scale off that. And I just think it's a very, very good perk to get in the early game. It just helps out with just farming the little dudes here. Again, it's not amazing, but it works. Man, you do not know how good it is to have one shot kill the enemies. I don't know why the game thought that a single shot from the crossbow shouldn't kill the enemies. Before it wouldn't actually kill anyone. Now let's get double shot. We do still need multi-shot. And one of the important things is that I want to make a tunnel. So whenever I shoot, I want to make a tunnel between the enemies and run through. So I want movement speed and multi-shot so we can actually do a very wide shot. Okay. Yes, I do know that multi-shot does take away a little bit of bullet damage, but you know, it adds way more, so yeah. Obviously, movement speed is incredible because I want to speed around, and especially important in this scenario because I do charge a lot, which means a lot of times I am moving slowly. Fanfire is okay, it helps a little bit to keep them away from me. Now, I have tested this build before, and it is still not great. Like, there will come a time where we're fighting, like, the boss at 5 minutes, the laser boy, and it is still kind of an issue, okay? So, we can do it, it is possible, but it is still kind of a bad time. So, we'll see. Now, I'm going to take the power shot. I want to unlock big shot, and I want to have builds, sorry, not builds, perks open for the possibility of having a triple build. So one of the unique Shana upgrades is tripling your next upgrade. If I can triple a big shot, or if I can triple a fusillade, it's going to be a good time. So I want to keep those open at least for the 7 minutes where the first boss will show up. And then we can actually do some damage and actually have some fun, maybe, with a crossbow. No fucking way. I know, it feels impossible. So again, big shot is amazing. I'm not going to take it for the possibility of updating it later. Now, one thing that is very important about take aim. I actually want my spread to be kind of big. Which sounds very kinky, I know. But the idea is that I want the shots to be wide when you have the fusillade, because that will enable it to kill more guys on the way. And that will make the tunnel, quote-unquote tunnel, bigger. Okay, so that's something that is important. For now, you know what? Let's take Pyromage. Is it incredible? Not really. No, you know what? Let's take Reload Rate. Reload Rate is really good. Well, one thing that is important, by the way, you don't need to fully charge it. Let's do a half charge. It's kind of like that. It already kills everyone. So, I am going to do full charges a lot of times, but I'm kind of just waiting for them to gather in a line so I can kill more of them. But you don't need it. It's not required for most of the normal enemies. And that's amazing. Who'd have thought, who'd have thunk that this could be possible eventually? Pyromage. I kind of want Pyromage, but we'll see. For now, let's take Splinter. Reaper rounds could be... Actually, they don't do much, I think. Because it kind of... I killed them before the perk... Oh, sorry, I reload before I kill them. It will make a bit more sense if I get it, so don't worry if that didn't make any sense. That's just watching one of my YouTube videos. You're just like, Marco, that didn't make sense. I'm like, yep. Yep, it is what it is. I want haste and I want to run and gun as soon as possible, but because we're coming up to 17 and we have the possibility of tripling, I want to have Fusillade with the max chances of showing up. Man, it will kill my bullet damage a lot, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm actually not sure if that's a good idea, but I guess we'll test it out. Again, it's not like... I have already completed all of the achievements for just passing the night. I just need Reckless. And honestly, I don't have it just because I didn't try it yet. Because I already did Reckless just on Diamond. With a very, like, spin build because I had Fanfire. Is it the same as Heavy? Probably not. But I don't think Heavy is going to be very dangerous. Especially because it was... the grenade launcher actually got a huge boost of 33% chance of more damage. Sorry, not chance, just straight up more damage. What do I want from here? Honestly, nothing special. Man, Glare now takes 25. That's a lot, man. I might actually take Glare, you know what? Because I do struggle doing damage to guys around me. And Glare might be the little thing that actually helps a little bit. Man, I don't mind having Sharpen, though. Can I triple a dual wield and just have... For now, let's just take Sharpen, okay? Wait, can I triple Glare and have it do 75 damage every second? Late game? That sounds amazing. Man, I don't think Shana is very cool, but the fact that she can triple an upgrade just opens the door for so many possibilities. Alright, do I get a triple? Oh, triple upgrade. Let's take it. Man, let's see what we can get. Now, I often am very greedy at the triple upgrade. So let's see if we can actually do something. Please, something good, please. Ooh, can I get 3 Dragon Eggs? I can get triple glare. Hey, you know what? But let's try. I know it's not very crossbow related. Can I... Does it do... Yeah, it does do... They're just dying. They just give up on life. Man, it's... I'm just looking at them and there's a... Alright, I guess my new priority is just taking big glare. And that's it. Don't worry, we're still making the crossbow work. But crossbow, let me tell you, because I've done a few runs off screen of crossbow, and it's still not working to the point where you want it to. So it does not beat at all. I mean, the damage of glare is... So that's 150. And then you can get it every 1 second. Occurs twice as often. Man, look. I really like this. Alright, I guess we're doing this, and then I guess we're taking the... Yeah, there's just like... Oh, only 1 instance of glare is upgraded. Alright, it's still good. We're still talking about 100 damage per second. I want to see, can we like... We can stand still because there are projectiles, but can we maybe just not fire? I want to test that out more towards the late game. If I can just stand still and guys are just dying around me. Because Shana decided to look at them and actually make them ashamed. And they're like, what? Don't look at me. I mean, yes. Yeah, I mean, seems like I can just chill. Okay, it's not late game yet. There's some guys that are actually passing through. But... Interesting. Hello. Fancy seeing you here, my good sir. Also, I don't have Fusillade, so now, despite my amazing glare damage, it is still kind of not enough. Ooh, hold on. I don't have movement speed, but as long as I don't shoot, it should be okay. The crossbow is still very dependent on movement speed, though. Whoa. Man, I feel like glare is gonna help out a lot. I could have been greedy with the glare, but with the triple, my chances. But I feel like a lot of times, being greedy, it's easier to take something that you know it's okay than to try to triple like the optimal upgrade and then you reroll and you just get completely fucked. Do I want this or do I want Sight Magic? I guess Sight Magic to close it out, even though I don't have any sort of... on hit effects. By the way, there was a bug with Sight Magic where it was not applying the full, all of the hit effects, which is something that I noticed in my pacifist run. I was like, well, I got Glare and Frost with the idea of you know, the enemies would just kind of stand still. Just kind of be frozen around me. And it wasn't doing a lot. It was not useless, but it was not doing great. So I was just like a bit confused. Now, what do I take here? All of these suck. I guess we take speed. So elasticity. So I think I know how the bounce works. The bounce only works if piercing runs out. So let's say you have 2 piercing. That means it will pierce for 2 enemies, and then it will stop. So the bounce will only affect on the 3rd enemy. So that makes it useless for the crossbow, because crossbow usually has infinite piercing. So you know what? We'll get Tome of Speed, but I will maybe want to get some HP, because I feel like this is a bit too low of HP. And we'll see. I feel like the barrier should have went down earlier. I feel like that's a change that the developer can make. All right, what else? You're good. I might take you because... Why? Because I won't stand your ground? No, stand your ground is fire rate. No, I don't think there's anything. I was checking if there was a synergy. Man, I'm wondering if you can triple a dragon egg. That seems really, really good. But I'm okay with my perk. Don't think I'm regretting it. They're just dying, by the way. I guess I can target specific enemies. I think now I will actually take Assassin. The perk that automatically executes them when they are below 50%. Or, sorry, 20%. And the reason I didn't take it is because of the reduction in spread. But now I'm starting to think, you know what? With the glare, I think it is actually very useful. I do want Vitality, as I said. And again, this is the one I'm saying, Assassin. For now, let's close off the dual wield. I still need the sight, so I'm actually not closing it off. But now is also the time where the daggers are most useful, which is kind of like mid-game. End-game, they're not enough to actually be significant. They kind of help, but, you know. Do you hear that? Ping! It's like a bell calling me to actually damage them. Ping! It actually feels great. I do need more power. My shots are not doing a lot of power currently. So I do need Fusillade. At least Fusillade is the bare minimum. Because these eyes usually do not survive one shot, and they are surviving one shot. And that's no Gucci. Do I want more max ammo? The thing is, this will unlock mini clip. It's either under ready or kill clip, I'm not sure. Or it's fresh clip, I think. Yeah, it might be. Fresh clip isn't actually that amazing because the charge is usually more than 1 second. But you can just do a half charge and get more damage. So that means you can kind of shoot faster, even though it's kind of a trick. So yeah, also it was upgraded from 30% to 50%. So if you see the number a little bit higher, that's why. Do I want to reroll? I do. I want Big Shot. That's the first one. And I will want Fusillade. And that's kind of my core build now. And then I guess I'm getting some elementals because I want to see like what I can do with Glare. Glare being upgraded was an insane... I was not expecting to get it. I swear this was supposed to be just a crossbow build, but let's be honest, do you want to see just a crossbow build? Because I feel like you're not... That's not your jam. You've seen crossbow, it shoots, wow, it kills them, does damage, but then, you know, you still have guys around you, so honestly it doesn't do that much. I want to be a bit more aggressive with the rerolls. You know what? Let's take Frost Mage. As I was saying, I kind of want to see the guys just getting frozen. I guess it's still a 40% chance. Oh. So, man, my sight range is very huge, actually. Yeah, okay, that's way better. The Splinter will actually help out a lot, and it's not even about the damage, the frostbite damage. Remember that took a big nerf. It is mostly to keep the guys away from me, and both the Fanfire, Splinter, and Glare will help out a lot. Do I want you? No, I want haste as soon as possible. I need the run and gun. By the way, I need to test out Shatter. I guess this is a good build to actually test it out, because I have a suspicion that it is still good. It is as good as it was, No. But I think doing 10% damage on each of the enemies that die, along with Splinter, I think it is still okay. Frost is just amazing. Like, the Frost Mage is just incredible. So even if it's... regardless of the damage, it is still amazing. So I honestly don't care too much about you, but it will close off the perk, and it just does 15% more damage. So you know what? Sure, I'll take it. There were Frost Shards. Frost Shards, by the way, will work in every shot. So actually, there might be something to them. But they don't add damage. I feel like they should really have something else other than freeze, because it's freeze for 3 enemies. It might seem cool on each shot to send out the frost things, but it's 3 enemies. Do you see like 3 enemies? I see like 300. So I really don't think like 3 enemies being frozen is a big deal. Now, finally we have Fusillade, and that's kind of our build made. Now, everything else is a bonus. Do you see that? That's what I meant by a tunnel. I do a big area and then I run through. What? So that's why spread being lower is a bit not good. But I think I'm so strong that it's not a big problem. I think Larry is helping out a lot. Whoop. Yes, yes. Yes. Sorry. So actually, let's take... You know what? Let's make full elemental. Let's take Pyromage. And it's mostly because of glare. I know that's not something that I was planning to do when I actually saw the crossbow buff. But I think glare is actually kind of fun. Because it was also a glare buff. It wasn't just a crossbow buff. But, I mean, it was doing 5. Now it's doing 25. And I tripled it. It is still... It's not doing full damage. Am I seeing something wrong here? No. It is doing... Oh, I think the perk that doubles the speed of the damage is only applying to the one that is tripled. To the one that is doing double damage. So I think there's 150, and then there is 100. Because it's 50 plus 25 twice. Yeah, I think there's a weird interaction with the builds. Anyway, just to show off the crossbow a little bit more, because again, crossbow will kind of start being, you know, kind of whatever. But the crossbow is enough to actually kill the leeches in a single shot, as long as you charge it. Now, obviously, there will be a lot of leeches later, and, you know, will stop being impressive. And I have struggled a lot when I see the boss, actually. So you might be like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Wow, he's doing so much damage. But in reality, it's going to be a bit more, okay. That's why I actually am glad that we were able to do the glare thing. I am glad about glare. Because it will actually help out a lot with the damage, and that's why I am taking the elemental things. I feel like in this game you either need speed, or the elementals. So in this run, I am choosing to go into elementals. It wouldn't make a lot of sense going into speed. I could take it. I think I could make it work, but I just don't think it would be very good. Hold on. Don't forget, don't get trapped into fully charging every time, because that is the wrong way to look at it. Please don't die, please. All right, I don't even care about the boss all that much. And, okay. Let's wait a little bit, try to get a level. And let's get some HP, as I said. We are kind of good in terms of power. I am a bit more concerned about just surviving, because it's very easy to actually get focused on, aha, lol, everyone is frozen around me, and then, you know, frozen only has 45% chance of occurring, and then you get unlucky. So yeah, Frostbite is really good, but I feel like you are going to just help me stay alive a little bit longer, because again, every time you're charging, you are being slow. And for these guys, you kind of need to charge fully, or at least a lot. Maybe not fully. I feel like I need some reload speed, actually. Reload would be really good. Okay, hold on. Let me maneuver. I will get a heal in 2 levels. But again, more HP would be good. It's not so much for this boss. Like, I can handle this boss. Mostly. Again, I can just push them away, okay? So, I don't need to always charge. I can just do this and kind of, you know, create some space. But I'm not killing anyone, obviously, if I do that. But the most important part is that... man, the Frost is helping so much. Frost is still amazing. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a good defensive tool for one point. Okay, let's go down here. I'm not hitting the boss all that much. And I'm afraid the other boss will show up before I actually have this one handled. Which is not a huge problem, but, you know, it doesn't help. This boss is actually kind of bad for me because I am mostly like single target damage. And, you know what? Let's make a tunnel. Go in. Okay. Let's, you know what? Let's shoot just a bit more often. Just to create some space. Again, Fanfire will actually help out a lot. Along with the Frozen. Then sometimes you do a charge. Get him away. Get away from me! This boss is not very good because he actually summons stuff. And we actually got a perk. Experience by 40? Sure, I'll take it. I guess I will never do that goddamn... the perk. Shanna's Halo. I was calling it Halo's Shano. That doesn't seem correct. Let's get Shatter. Again, Shatter I think took a big hit. But I have a suspicion it's still okay. No, actually... I mean, it helps. But I do see, like, quite a change in its killing power. It's not doing chain reaction as it used to be. Alright, so all of these guys will actually scale back a little bit more when we actually get the boss in 1 second. So even though the screen is kind of filled up, they are going to stop spawning a little bit. Let me just clear a little bit. The problem is I will have a lot more eyes. Not me, the enemies. And Explodey Boys. By the way, I believe this boss was buffed in a bad way. So it shoots way more often. It does the lasers way more often. So you have to be careful with it. Firestarter could be good because... not Firestarter, the... Soothing War. But you know what? I'm gonna take Vitality. You can call me a pussy. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. Kind of rude, but you know what? I'll take it. Let me get the fuck away from this. I am scared. Let me get some space because I feel constrained here. Just like in real life from the choices I made along the way. Alright. And now this boss is very annoying because it actually chases you down quite well. This is for me, you know, the final boss, even though technically it is not. It is technically the second to last boss. But for me, it is the final boss in terms of difficulty. Alright, now we scaled that down back to these guys, but they do have more... oh god, that was bad. Hold on. Let me create some space. Again, it's more important to stay alive than to worry too much about damaging the boss. There are 2 bosses there. And I kind of want to get him. I want to get him. But let's actually, you know, keep running away. And this is the problem with the crossbow. So, if you look at the crossbow, can it work? Yeah, but we still run into this problem of, you know, it's late game. There's a lot of enemies. I can't do much about them. Because it's all down to Fanfire, and actually the glare is helping out a lot, to be fair. But now I'm coming to a position where I cannot level because I can't kill guys fast enough. And that just kind of inverts snowballs into me not being able to actually clear the level. Now, I can clear. I can just do this forever and run away. And be fine. But is it a good time? No. So it is still a bit messy. I can survive, but it's not great. It's not a great time to be alive. By the way, I'm kind of terrified about the boss because I think it does double damage. Which, even though I have 4 hearts, I might go very fast if I am not careful. Right, let's go here. Let's go here. Make way. Let me pass my dude. Do not touch me. I am the untouchable. Do I want intense burn? I mean, might as well, right? It just adds a little bit more damage. It's not amazing, but I mean, Glare is applying it. It's basically adding 1 point of damage for every Glare application, but also from my shots. Now, keep in mind, Glare does not apply it every time. It just has the same chance of your bullets, which is, in the case of burn, 50%. Yep. I mean, this kind of sucks. I'm glad that to see that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Which means crossbow still fucking sucks. By the way, there was a change on the enemy's HP to make the damage curve a bit more viable. Which, by that I mean, they made it so the HP of the enemies between 10 and 18 minutes was actually lowered a little bit to make it a bit easier. So these guys are past 18 minutes, which means they are actually back to full tank. So that's kind of why I just have to run away, which is sad because I felt like I had a good build. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is a damage build and not what the game wants. But that's good because this means that unless there is a big significant update, crossbow can go fuck itself forever for me. So even if I do, you know, not even, I will do more runs of this game. But, you know, for me, crossbow is kind of dead. I wanted to kill the boss. I feel like if I don't kill the boss, I failed the run, which I know is not the case, but feels really bad, I guess. Please. Okay, hold on. No, I'm too close. If the boss could please... If the boss could please die, that would be kind of cool. That would be even, as the Zoomers would say, big poggers. Or even poggish. Man, it does nothing. I mean, it's good damage. What? I just stood alive. That's kind of funny. Alright, so that was my shitty build. And it's kind of sad because, again, I had triple glare and I thought that was kind of cool. But it's just not enough, even if glare got a 5 times upgrade and then I tripled it. But yeah, that's crossbow. I just wanted to show you the new crossbow. Is it better? Yeah. No, it is really better. Like, I'm not... this is not shitting on the developer. I think it still needs a huge upgrade because I don't think the problem is doing damage with the crossbow. Is that the game just surrounds you with so many enemies and it needs something else. So... I don't know. I think instead of doing the charge thing is okay, it can stay. But I think you should do the charge multiplier a bit lower, like maybe triple the damage, but increase the crossbow damage a lot more. And that would maybe enable you to actually take the dagger and the sight and have those be way more defensive because they are scaling off bullet damage. My bullet damage wasn't that high. It's just high because I charged the shots. But, you know, the sight and the two knives actually do not take the charge damage into account. They take the base damage. So that's kind of why things are not very okay in that aspect. But I don't know. Even with that, I don't think it would be okay. I think the crossbow is in the wrong game. I think the crossbow should be in another game. Because in this game, you want to be speedy. You want to, you know, be able to spread around the damage and just have everyone die. So... yeah, pretty bad run, honestly, which it was good and bad at the same time. I thought Glare was okay. Glare is good as a support thing, but it's not good as a main damage, so maybe I should have tripled something else. I think if I tripled maybe the Dragon Egg, it would have been a bit better, but I don't want to do Dragon Egg builds unless... I don't know, it's a weird... It was like 5 minutes, and I'm not sure if the Dragon Egg would have been great. But I do feel like the upgrades of H-Dragon and Turning Dragon would probably only apply to one, same that happened here on the Glare. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I will respond to every comment, so I swear I will check it out and actually respond. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you around. Bye.